How do I know my remote team is actually working instead of watching YouTube all day? Stay tuned. Hi entrepreneurs, I'm Vicky Brown, and you're in the right place if you want to engage your team, boost your business, and grow your leadership muscle. So, how do I measure the productivity of my remote workers? How do I know that they're actually working instead of watching videos all day? I'm getting that question all the time now as more and more companies are trying to figure out how to manage remote teams. The first thing I say to managers who ask me that question is that you're going to have to change your attitude and management style. Now, I know most people don't like hearing that as the first thing coming out of my mouth, but it's the truth. You're going to have to change from what I call visual management to measurement management. That means stop relying on seeing someone spending time in the chair, being busy, talking on the phone, filing, working on their computer. I know it gives us a feeling of comfort that they're spending their time productively, but the flaw in our thinking is that just because someone is spending time being busy, it doesn't mean that they're being productive. There is a difference. But once you shift to measurement management, you'll find it's much clearer and easier to figure out who is actually moving the ball forward and who's just marching in place. There are 4 elements to a successful measurement management style. First, create a results-oriented culture. Place a high value on achieving results versus just spending time on a task or valuing process over output. Generally, also, this aligns nicely with your client's viewpoint. They aren't focused on the how. The only thing of importance to them is that they get high-quality output in a timely manner. Now, I'm not saying abandon all thoughts of process or quality control. In fact, you'll find that to consistently get outstanding results, your underlying process is going to be key. But I am saying do make output the only thing or primary thing you measure. And speaking of measuring, how do you measure results? By setting clear expectations and objectives and providing frequent feedback. What product or project outcomes are you looking for? We'll write them down. What's the key performance indicator for each project? Key performance indicators, or KPIs, are used to track the progress of a plan. A good KPI has a measure, a target, a data source, and a reporting cadence. Number of new clients engaged each measurement period. That's an example of a KPI. Time to fulfill an order or monthly website traffic. Those are other examples. Next up, build trust. You build trust by being consistent. If you're implementing a measuring management style, you can't be wishy-washy. Once you commit and communicate managing against output, don't go back and start evaluating team members around how much time you feel they're working. You can't really have it both ways. If you're going to tell a remote team member that you're evaluating their productivity by output, but then you tell them you're going to randomly pop in on their camera or use some tech tool to monitor their behavior in some way, well, then you're just sending mixed messages. And you definitely aren't building trust. Either you're relying on output or you aren't. But again, you can't have it both ways. Now, as you know, I'm the HR lady, so of course I'm not advocating that we do away with time cards or anything like that. After all, our laws still say we pay non-exempt workers for each hour worked, but that's just a measure of determining base pay. We're talking about measuring performance and productivity, and for that, a measurement management framework is the best way to go, particularly for remote workers. You'll also need to make sure you're communicating clearly and often. Schedule daily, weekly, or bi-weekly check-ins to discuss progress and talk about if there's a need to tweak anything. Communication is going to be the bedrock of the whole framework. You'll need to communicate honestly, you'll need to be open to accepting feedback, and have a collaboration mindset. All that's necessary for this management style to work. To be honest, it takes a fair amount of mind work on the part of the manager. And finally, a great tech tool or two will make all the difference in the world. There's a slew of productivity applications like Asana, Trello, ClickUp, to name just a few. We use Asana, and I love it, but you need to find one that's right for you and your needs. Dealing effectively with a remote team, really will take a change in your thinking and how you approach managing. But that's a good thing. And you'll probably find, as I did, that these techniques are just as valuable with an on-site team. So actually, it's a win-win situation. If you found this information helpful, please subscribe and share. And remember, your inspired leadership is the secret sauce to having a high-performance team and a wildly successful business you'll love. I'll see you next time on Leader's Journey.
You had a vision and started a business, and now you're totally overwhelmed. There's just too much to do all the time. The business isn't growing as fast as you would like, and you're beginning to have doubts that you have what it takes to build the business you imagined. In my new book, Sing with Your Opera Voice, I'll share my journey from solopreneur to seven-figure serial entrepreneur and guide you up and out of the chaos. It launches on Amazon on October 16th. Get more details at singwithyouraopera.voice.com.